Hola amigos. I thought, why not get up a little earlier this morning to do a little moto vlogging before I head to work. So I did, and here I am, and I have nothing to talk about. No, actually I just thought of a thing to talk about, because there's a lot of talk. This is a thing that most all riders should come across, or have come across, of course, and that is which first bike you should get, or which next bike you should get. I mean, because there's so much talk about everywhere, different opinions of what bike to get, what size, and you should not get this size, and you should get this size, and so yeah, why not share my opinion on that? My Swedish opinion. No, but seriously, there's for me, a bike should have a first bike should only have one or two things to think about, and that is it should be easily controlled, easily managed, so maybe not the worst sport bike ever. I don't know, something where you sit up straight. That's where you can truly learn a bike's abilities, easily flickable and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one criteria I would say that my first bike should have or would have had if I would have chosen a good one. The other one is size and power. For me, a liter bike is off the market as a first bike, because they usually have too much power, especially the sport bikes. I mean, even if you're under 25 or 24 here in Sweden, you can't even get a 1,000-liter bike as a first bike. You have to get a 600 at the most, since we have the power rule. Can't have more than 35 kilowatts. Yeah, so liter bike size is a no for me. Too much power, too much bike to handle. You would be able to kill yourself way too fast. So then we have the 600 bikes. I ride a 600. I started off in a 600, and I would say a 600 is just fine as a first bike. Because as you may know, 600 bikes, the power band on a 600 bike is not like a liter bike at all. I mean, on a 600 bike, before you hit 7,000 or 8,000 RPMs on most bikes, this is a general thought, you don't really have that much power. The power comes after 7,000-8,000 RPMs. So just cruising along under 7Ks, and you'll be just fine. Trust me. There's not much power there to kill you. You start off easy on it, and you get to learn it pretty fast. So 600 bike, go for it if you want to. It's just fine. Okay, so then we have the third option, and the third option is the smaller bikes. And those bikes, a lot of people say, are the best bikes for beginners, since you truly should get to know and learn how to ride before you head up on a bigger bike that has the potential to kill you even harder than the smaller bike does. And sure, I could agree with that. Makes sense, doesn't it? Get to know how to ride properly before you head up on a bigger bike, like the Yamaha R6, which is a popular choice for everyone. But And personally for me, I would say that the smaller bikes is a great option. In today's market, there's a lot of really nice smaller bikes. I would say you could have just as much fun, if not even more fun, on public roads than on a bigger bike. I mean, if you've seen the, for example, Kawasaki Z300, it looks really good. Same type of style as the Z800 or Z1000, but it's only a 300 and it's a perfect starter bike. It is, actually. My friend got one of those recently, and it looks really good. So in today's market, I would probably suggest some people to get a smaller bike, especially if you haven't ridden anything before. If it's your first bike overall, I mean, some people ride dirt bikes when they're young, and you know what I mean. Those kind of people. Those kind of people could. I mean, they have some knowledge about riding a bike and everything. So a bigger bike should be fine for them. But if you're a complete beginner, I would probably suggest to get a smaller bike. I think you would have more fun on it. And even on as I said, on public roads, you could more easily use your bike's max potential if it's a smaller bike. And as we all know, your bike is the most fun when you're using all of its potential. I mean, power wise, suspension wise, everything like that. And that's more possible on a smaller bike, because let's say if I would max this one out every time, everywhere, I would probably die pretty fast. Because the roads, the roads aren't built to go as fast as these bikes could go. But a smaller bike is fine. So that, according to me, you could have more fun on that one. But then there's also the price. The price difference between an older 600 bike and a new smaller bike that's actually nice could be a lot, actually. I mean, it could be twice the price to buy a smaller bike that's 2016, 2015, 2017 year model, instead of buying a 2003 Honda or Yamaha R6 or whatever you want. So if you're on a tight budget, maybe it would be easier for you to find a nice 600 bike, a bit older, that will give you a true bang for the buck. Is that what you say? So yeah, there's also that part of riding. But then there's also the fact that insurance costs for the smaller bikes are way cheaper, so you have to count that in too. So maybe it evens out after a while, also. So check that out too before, because insurance on some bikes could be a bitch. I think I was supposed to pay. I was just checking for fun on a new 2017. I think it was the Ducati Panigale or something, and that would cost me 444,000 Swedish crowns a year, so 44,000 euros every year. That's twice the price of the bike. And for full insurance, then of course, that's fucking crazy. Can't believe why people don't stop. Oh shit, almost fell back. Yeah, so hopefully you got a little bit of understanding about my thoughts about what bike to get. 300 bikes, good. 600 bikes, good. 300 bikes, smaller bikes, I mean, maybe a little bit better for very new beginners. 600 bikes, maybe a little bit better for somewhat experienced new riders. Yeah. And also remember, smaller bikes, a lot of fun. 600 bikes, a lot of fun. Smaller bikes, maybe a little bit more fun on these types of roads. I don't know, but try every bike out. I mean, it's a really personal choice. It's hard to tell someone what type of bike to get. So try a lot of bikes out. Head down to some kind of motorbike store and just ride them and try them. Thank you guys, have a good one. Subscribe and like to me, please.